Hey guys, I have Nam248 here. Welcome to JoshCCLP4 part 37, I think I'm up to, and I hit down at the beginning of the at the end of the last video too. So this is Death to Us All, um, which is a pretty crazy concept level, and I don't know where to begin on it at all. So I can take one recessed wall, get a yellow key up there, which in turn will. Okay. So let's see what the hint says. Each monster has a certain bomb to destroy. The red button below me should never be pressed. Okay. Well, if each monster has a certain bomb to destroy, and that button needs to not ever be pressed, then I need to be pretty smart about my handling of everything in this level. So the fact that I have a yellow key, I think the yellow key, I don't see any purpose for it other than luring a teeth into the bombs to my left. I'm going to hit restart, just because I think I could extract that block too. And if I can, I want to do so. Okay, no, I can't. I don't see the purpose of that block then. Wait, yes I do. Yes I do. So maybe the teeth goes to that bomb to my left. First glider hits the trap button, which does I don't know what. Second glider gets deflected. Okay. Yeah, that is an idea. That is an idea. Because I don't know what kinds of monsters there are in this level. I'll need a second block. Thankfully, I have a second one. So I have that glider. If there's a second glider, my hunch, I think, is correct. So is there a tank button anywhere? There's 3 fireballs. There's 3 fireballs. What? Okay. Like, as far as I can tell with this part, from what I could see over on the left, I'm going to need to fill in all of these water spaces with and make them dirt, which means I need these bombs blown up so that the balls bounce back onto their initial stuff. But I don't see how to entirely do that. I've only got 2 blocks after all. I wish I could see down there. Oh, that's nice. That's actually pretty cool. I wish I could have seen that completely in advance, but that's still pretty cool. So what does that trap button do? I wish I knew that. And I can't easily... Oh. What if that's why I have these blocks? Wait, no, because then the balls wouldn't work. I might be just fundamentally misunderstanding a part of this level. Okay, so here's what I know. There's 2 gliders, so there are 2 gliders, and I gain plus 2 blocks. And I have 2 available. I cannot get this block out. But I can get this block over here out, so I have 5. I have 5! Now that water needs to go in order to lure a bug through here. A bug is going to go to the lowest bomb. Is there another block I can get from back there? I don't think so. And I don't see any other teleports. So I'm going to need fire boots before I can really go much farther. Fortunately, there's fire boots down here, but I don't know what I can do with that. So I'm going to look in the editor for what the trap connections are, and only for what the trap connections are. Okay. Trap connections are pretty much what I thought. So you see that tank down here? That is what gets opened up by the glider. So I'm going to release this first glider here. and screw up in doing so. In a pretty minor way, granted. So that it can be easily recovered. So now the second glider that gets released goes into that bomb right there. Which means I'm pretty sure the teeth goes into the third bomb, because I can use the chips to lure it there. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is correct, because otherwise that yellow key has no real purpose. Now, I still have the 2 blocks up here, which is nice, because it means I can send the fireballs to wherever I want, really. I want that fireball gone next, but I don't know what other things I have up for available. Oh yeah, I can go in here and get fire boots and a green key. I'm going to only take the fire boots for now, though. And bug goes to the bottom one. Glider goes to the top one. Yeah, I'll put it here. Okay. So what was over this way anyway? So there's this teleport, and this teleport bothers me. I can trade 1 block for 1 block. I'm going to go do that. Of course that's a recessed wall. Why? 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 Plus 3 blocks. Interesting. Oh. There's no way to get them back out, is there? Is there? 1, 2... Yeah, there's not. So I've cooked the level at this point. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That one... This one by the socket makes 5. Okay, so I know I've cooked the level at this point, but that's okay, because I can still explore and try and work out what's left. Down here still bothers me. I mean, I do get control over the tank button at will now. Yeah, I knew this level was going to be a tricky one. Let's release the glider, though. Because I want to see if I can at least get this upper part with the bombs figured out. Wait, what if there's a... Oh. What if there's more bugs? There's 1 bug. There's 2 bugs. And there are 2 bugs. The first bug releases the other bug. And I can pretty much do this however I want. Look, it's going to get released, and then... Okay, so that would be all of those. Now, how do I get that chip? I haven't seen any flippers in the level. And I'm missing one other one somewhere. Right, through this partial post. Maybe there's flippers up here. If there's flippers up here, that's how I get the remaining chip, and I've pretty much got the level worked out. Did not mean to kill it there. What I want... There's the chip. I wish I could. I'm gonna see what's under that. It's a red key? What? What in the world? So it's a red key, and it's easy enough to lower the teeth to there, here, dead. Then I'd go in and I'd get this block, and what can I do with that block, though? That block comes out. So though I can't take blocks out that I have in, I can remove one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the one behind the socket. Five with the 6? 6.
Bummer.
Okay, I think I'm going to get it on this attempt. I think I know how the level works, and this is pretty neat. Okay, we're going to wait on the fireball here. Because I want to do the fireballs first, because the fireballs first works nicely. Like, it worked last time, it'll work this time. So I need a second block before I can release that fireball. But that's not an issue. Not in the slightest. So fireball goes into the second bomb. Bug to the first. So we'll take out the first glider. Then I'll deal with the teeth, and I'll use these blocks to assist me with the setup. Yeah, this is really neat. Like, I appreciate being able to see this, not just hear it. Grab that chip. And I can go in here on my own now. Get just the fire boots. If I'm correct with the block uses, then I think I've got the level at this point. Mostly. Okay, so I'm going to deal with the bugs later. I'm going to deal with the glider next, because the glider is an easy one. So the glider is set to go into his bomb. Now it's just the bugs. Now I'm mostly just talking about the level, but that's because there's a lot of thinking that has to be done for this level. Okay. Yeah, I want to deal with the bugs first, because they are the more difficult section of the level. First bug. And the second bug's already set. That is so cool. So a fun fact about this section of the level down here, I actually kind of borrowed the general bug circling the bombs aesthetic for one of my levels in Ultimate Chip 5, which I'm surprised Josh didn't point out when he played through it. Okay, so that's all those bombs taken care of. I have 3 blocks up there currently. This one gives me 5. The socket gives me 6. Or sorry, this one gives me 4. The socket will give me 5. And the upper section with the teeth will give me the last one I need. So yeah, this is a pretty awesome concept. Not the best, I would say, but it's pretty awesome. red key under the block, and then loop around. I don't think this particular loop needed to be done twice. I think that's a little excessive. The way of extracting that block is pretty awesome, though, I have to admit. Okay, so I got 4. This one gives me 5. Convert, or turn it around down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of those water spaces are now blocked off, which means balls kill themselves, and I can just walk straight to the exit. So death to us all complete. So that's probably going to be the toughest level remaining of this section. Team Aqua Hideout is next, and I think I've played this one before. I don't think it was that difficult. It could definitely be easier. Definitely be more difficult, though. So, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how far I need to bridge in any of these directions, but I have this cloner, and while I currently have flippers, I want to use those flippers to the best of my ability. I don't know if I'll have flippers when I come back here later, so I don't think I will due to those floor tiles in the first room. I honestly don't even know what to talk about. And the reason I don't know what to talk about is I know this is going to be going up like 2 weeks after I'm recording it, but at the same time, I need to talk about something, right? But anything I talk about won't be current by the time it gets heard, so you see my dilemma. I guess I can talk about the thing I started writing up on CC Zone, even though that'll be up, just because so I started putting together a tutorial guide, whatever you want to call it, on CC Zone, about getting a really good score on the original set. And I know that seems a little silly to do, but there's the award for it, and there's a lot of things I learned while going through myself that I really would have liked to know when I started. So I guess that's why I'm putting it a little sort of CC1 optimization guide. Even though things are pretty saturated in that regard, I'm still putting one together because, as well documented as it is, there's just not that much geared for people just starting out. There's a lot of stuff there's a lot of assumed knowledge about the game. And yes, what I'm doing is, or about expectations or a skill level or something. And I don't know, I tried to do that a little differently. I shouldn't have taken those flippers. I really shouldn't have.
Bummer.
And that's why. It's just like there's the expected skill level and just what the goal is. Like the wiki and the AVI archives and the public TWS even all kind of assume optimal is the goal. Now they're not bad if something else is the goal, but they definitely are not as useful as they could be for people who are chasing just a specific score target or just general improvement. Because they are very much all or nothing. And all or nothing is a pretty rough way to go, because that's what I did when I started out. And I do regret going all or nothing to some extent. And CC Zone has the Bitbuster Award, which was my target. And it's not I wouldn't say it's not a difficult target to reach, because it's definitely not an easy one. But it's definitely not an insurmountable obstacle for... I'd say just about anyone could get there if they were willing to grind out Monster Lab. With some effort, of course. Like, there is no easy way around it. But Just knowing where you can lose moves, what levels are really easy to get the bolds on to get those free seconds, which ones aren't, and you're better off just taking -1 second for the better, like for just getting to the score goal faster. I mean, there's a lot of interesting trade-offs you can make if you aren't chasing perfection completely, and that's not really documented anywhere. So why do I need to move these blocks? It's a good question. I actually don't know why I need to move these blocks. After the blue key, I can come up here and... I mean, yay? Okay, now I've got the red key. What do I do with the red? I honestly do not know what gets done with the red here. Because I can't do anything else. Like, I can't take blocks in there. With the red, I don't see anything else I could do. Like red plus flippers. I can't do anything interesting up there. I can't partial post. I mean, maybe I can go back? I mean, that seems like something useful to do. But I didn't have a toggle flipped. I didn't see any toggle buttons either. Um, wait. Wait. Oh.
Bummer.
Oh. Oh. I know what I missed. You're probably all screaming at me for missing that. As far as I can tell for later, I am going to need that set up. And that can't hurt to have set up either. Oh boy. How did I miss that? You can even see what I missed from here. That's kind of embarrassing. It's honestly kind of embarrassing. I wish this section at the start wasn't as long as it is, because this is kind of a lot to sit through between attempts. Anyway, the end of the JoshCCL4 section's coming up in... After this level, there's only 4 more to go. And that's not a lot. Or, sorry, JoshCCL5, not 4. I finished 4 a long time ago. I just want to make it so you can walk around this later. Yeah. This, like, the JoshCCL5 stuff has been a little tougher than I expected it was going to be. Especially approaching the end here. It's not to say it's that difficult compared to a lot of other stuff I've played, but it's definitely not easy compared to other stuff I've played. So yeah, I figured I'd start writing up just stuff that I thought would be really nice to know when I started optimizing CC1 in general. That's just not really obvious or written down anywhere. Just compile that in one place where it's just, here's how this mechanic not here's how the mechanic works, but here's how the mechanic functionally works. Like, spring slides are pretty confusing, right? But once you get just what the rules behind them are, they aren't so bad at all. This room worries me a little bit, but I don't really have options in it. Of course, as soon as I say that, I have an option. And it looks like I need to get 2 blocks out. How do I get 2 blocks out? That's the top of the room. See, if I'm thinking up left, but I'm also thinking up left doesn't give me the room to maneuver. But left, up. That's what it was. Clever little room. Clever little room. Why is this ice here? I mean, now I've got a yellow key. Yay. Now I've got a blue key. More yay? Oh, now I've got flippers. That is a yay. I don't know what's on the other side of that ice, but I can get a green key from back this way. And even though green key... Oh, wait, no, I can't. I need skates for that first. What? Okay, I guess I have to take that ice slide. Is there anything under this block? No. There's not. What in the... What am I meant to do? I'm an idiot. I am a complete idiot. How did I miss the ice slide? The things we miss sometimes. And again, I don't go that way. I go the other way, through the other thing, through the green lock I saw down here. Really? I swear, this is not that hard. So there's a tank button there. Why do I need a tank button? That's why I need a tank button. And let's surround the tank for good measure. So I lose my boots again. Or I can go down here. And the fact that these are blue walls does worry me a little bit. Would Josh make some of these real? I mean, I need the fireball to go blow up that bomb. So I'm going to assume he wouldn't. Okay. Okay. Whew. I wouldn't mind if the one on the bottom left was real, but... Oh, hey, I don't have to push a block through down there. For some reason, I thought I needed to push a block through that room on the right, but I guess not. So how I learned to stop bombing and love the worry, I think that what's left I can actually get through in this video. So this can finish up the JoshCCL4 stuff. Might be a little long, but I don't think anyone would mind a slightly longer video. So it's no secret though, this level is amazing. Like I love it. It's just a lot of fun to play. In MS, at least. In Lynx, it's a bit less fun because explosion delay is a thing that exists. And it does slow down the general pace of moving quite a lot. But in MS, it is so much fun to just blow through these bombs. It's not a hard level at all, but levels don't have to be hard to be a lot of fun. Oops, I forgot I gained access to this. So yeah, I'm just pushing blocks around, and I'm getting chips by moving through bombs, and this is not something you really see a lot. I think the only other level I really saw do this was Dynamite, which I think is a Michael Mormon level that was put in CCLP1. But even that was less focused on moving through and more focused on getting a certain number of blocks out. Alright, one chip to go. Should be up this way. Pretty easy to reach. Yep, there it is. And I'd say I'm one block away. And then I go do something like that to make it a little harder to get that block. And exits are in every corner. So how I learned to stop bombing and love the worry complete. Moving on to improperly served peanuts, which is probably going to be which, from what I remember, it's this and then Toxic Ride and then Xehanosia. Or in some order, those levels. So let's think this through. We have a bomb there. However, once we get fire boots and a yellow key, which we need to do to leave the area, and we will be getting eventually, we'll be able to use that block on that bomb. So I can instead use this block to go over here. And now I could clone one fireball, or I could use my newfound yellow key to take this block. It's a lot of levels with 600-second time limits in this section of the set. Can I even go down there?
Bummer.
No, I can't go down there. But I don't have anything else I can really do at that point, I think. I mean, I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. Oops, I need the yellow key first. It's very clearly the way forward, but I'm not sure quite how it works just yet. Stand on the recessed wall. Because post red key, fire boots are free. Oh, so that's what that one section of the JoshCCLP4 medley is from. So with my newfound fire boots, I can come in here and get a yellow key. Oh yeah, speaking of those medleys, those aren't in the submission pool, but I am planning on playing them as part of this, just afterwards, just because I think it would be a fun idea. I already prepped JoshCCLP4 to have those levels available. Okay. So, I'm not going to push the block over the yellow key because why would I want to do that? That's MS only. It might cause a cook. Because if we don't need to do it for links, you probably don't need to do it for here. Flippers, and hit the toggle button. And now, from the other side, I'll see if there's anything under that block. There was a chip under that block, so it's a good thing I went back for it, right? So this room's pretty... like, this section was a lot of fun. Okay, it's a blob, and I don't like how close it is to this area. I see no choice but to go in here. Caution, upon entry to this room, do not exit unless 14 red keys are collected. None are under blocks. Okay, so I'm just going to keep count. I'm at 1. And that number's just going to keep going up. 2. Don't know if there's anything else under blocks. 3. And I've got access through back here. 4. This doesn't block off anything. 5. 6. 7. 8. This room is awesome, by the way. Like, this room is just really awesome. Um, I need to get over there somehow. I'm gonna assume through here. 9, 10, 11, 12. Which one of these do I want to move farther? Can I actually go check? I think I can go check. The one on the right. And 14. So if I'm correct, that's all the red keys, and I should be able to go beat the level now. If and only if I'm correct, and I don't die afterwards. But I think I'm right. Yay, I counted the keys correctly and didn't miss anything. Okay, 2 tips to go. That was a little riskier than I would have liked to play. I was standing next to the fire thinking that I'm like, wait, I have to move. Anyway, Toxic Ride, which apparently I'm mostly alone in actually liking. I don't know, I actually like this level quite a bit.
Bummer.
Oops, that was silly of me. It's not an easy
Bummer.
force floor level, that's for sure.
Bummer.
But I like it. Like, there's not enough levels that do this. Just these quick double presses. Yeah, you could consider that kind of mean design, but I don't know. When you can do them, you might as well do them. Oh, come on. Am I going to have to do another lap? I think I'm going to have to do another lap. Unless, no, I have to do the lap. That's the one thing I kind of don't like about this level, that it does have a sort of, like, general looping structure. And this one chip is definitely hard to reach. Yeah, if I go triple tap up, and then I just need to get out, which is any side. Yeah, so that will be Toxic Ride once I get back down to the bottom. Yeah, I can see why people don't like that level, but I do. And then Xehanosia, which is the final level of the JoshCCLP4 section. And it's just a straightforward little maze. You can push some blocks onto traps to like get around a little easier, make shortcuts, just get places that you wouldn't be able to otherwise get. I don't know, it's a really fun level. Like, I like mazes where you can move the barriers around. I've made more than a few of those. Oh, I missed one back here. And just the traps and the dirt everywhere, it just adds a lot to the design. I mean, it is very easy, but I don't think that matters. Like, good levels can be easy, they can be puzzly. Like, difficulty doesn't really matter too much. And levels can be fun for just being fun to play or fun to solve or both. Like, Death to Us All was admittedly not that much fun to play, but solving it was a lot of fun, so I would play it again. Or would I play it again? I think I would play it again, but mostly just optimize it, just see how well the puzzle within the puzzle works. Yeah, I know that's a little silly to judge how much fun a level would be to play again faster, but when that's the main experience of my replaying levels, where did I miss a chip? And I guess that's just what I personally have to judge them by, just because that's what my experience would be. And this level's fun to just run around. Like the dirt also helps with the maze-like structure of helping see where I have and have not been. And I saw it actually. So no chips remaining. Just have to walk back to the exit, and that will be Xehanosia. So yeah, that is the JoshCCL5 section. In the next video, I'll start up the JoshCCL6 stuff with Dark Isle, level 240. Wow. Almost 3/4 of the way there. That's pretty big time investment. But these levels have been worth it. There have been very few I haven't liked, and that entire video was a lot of fun. Couple tricky levels near the start, and Team Aqua Hideout is kind of in a couple of design respects, but like such a good selection of levels. Anyway, I will be moving on to the final quarter of the set whenever I next find time to record. But this won't matter to you guys because you'll be seeing it the next day anyway. So yeah, see you then.